Wisdom is based upon instruction and is therefore necessary for us to listen to wise counsel in order to acquire wisdom. So the wise father calls upon his son to listen to his words in Proverbs 4 verses 10 through 13. Hear, my son, and accept my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have directed you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in upright paths. When you walk, your steps will not be impeded, and if you run, you will not stumble. Take hold of instruction, do not let go, guard her, for she is your life. Notice here how the father tells his son to listen. He says to hear and accept my sayings. Take hold of instruction. Elsewhere, Solomon says, listen, my son, and be wise. Listen to your father who begot you. The goal in this listening is to acquire wisdom. Listen to counsel and accept discipline, that you may be wise the rest of your days. Proverbs 19 and verse 20. This listening, though, must be more than just hearing what is being taught. One may listen to a parent, a teacher, or someone else who is trying to impart wisdom, but the words go in one ear and out the other. He doesn't pay attention to what is being said. He doesn't remember those things, and he certainly does not observe what was being taught. We need to practice real listening if we hope to obtain wisdom. So here Solomon says, give me your heart, my son, and let your eyes delight in my ways. Now we've already noticed how the springs of life flow from the heart, Proverbs 4 and verse 23. Therefore, the instruction that we allow to be written on our hearts is the instruction that will have the greatest effect on our lives. So our listening must not be superficial and soon to be forgotten. We must absorb this wise counsel that we receive into the innermost parts of our being, so that wisdom can spring forth from our hearts to be manifested in our lives. But also, as we listen, we must listen with a view toward observing what we learn. And this is important because of the consequences of failing to do so, many of which we've already considered in our study of wisdom. Solomon says that he is on the path of life who heeds instruction, but he who ignores reproof goes astray. The wise counsel that we receive must be put into practice if we hope to gain the rewards of wisdom. My son, observe the commandment of your father, and do not forsake the teaching of your mother. For the commandment is a lamp, and the teaching is light, and reproofs for discipline are the way of life. Proverbs 6 verses 20 and 23. This view toward observing what is taught, it is essential. Early in the book of Proverbs, Solomon writes, my son, if you will receive my words and treasure my commandments within you, make your ear attentive to wisdom, incline your heart to understanding. Then you will discern the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. Proverbs 2, verses 1 through 5. Listening attentively, even to the point of treasuring commandments, and by implication, striving to follow those commandments is necessary if we want to gain knowledge and grow in the wisdom of God. However, we must understand that there is a right way and a wrong way to listen. First, Solomon tells us some wrong ways to listen. He says that where there is no guidance, the people fall, but in abundance of counselors, there is victory. He says that the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man is he who listens to counsel. He makes the statement also in Proverbs 15 and verse 12 that a scoffer does not love one who reproves him. He will not go to the wise. And then in chapter 16 and verse 20, he who gives attention to the Lord will find good, and blessed is he who trusts in the Lord. We see some wrong ways here. We are not to follow our own guidance. We are not to view ourselves as wise in our own eyes and listen to our own counsel. We are not to be a scoffer and not go to those who are wise because we do not want to be corrected. But we must give attention to the word of the Lord. We will find good and we will be blessed if we trust in the Lord. Those who are wise, they will find that there is a right way to listen. They are going to receive the commands of the wise. They're going to listen and pay heed to those things. They're going to strive for understanding. And they're not going to listen to the words of fools, because they realize that fools reject the truth of God. But blessings are there for those who fear the Lord, those who listen to His word and heed the wise counsel of those who are faithful to the Lord. Friends, we thank you for joining us for our program today, and have a blessed day and a wonderful weekend ahead.